1 2 1 2. Hello, my name is Piers Thompson. Am I loud enough? I really don't think so. Doesn't sound loud enough here in my ears. You're listening to Portobello Radio on a wet and windy day. Oh, keep on talking. I didn't really have any breakfast today because it was quite a busy day, what with the interesting information about the tower coming down. It's now bouncy. I can hear a tiny bit of reverb coming off of the speaker in my ear. I do worry about it, mate.
Hey, we're not ready, we're not there yet, but you know, I'm here. Hello, lovely to see you all. No, I told her to send it to you. Let me tell her to do that. I've only got one song, but I can play it off my phone or from Spotify, and I got my
Yeah, maybe she has sent them to you. Can you do me a favour and
I'm
remind?
asking her now.
Yeah.
Send the songs to kids.
And I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel old. That's good. Can I have these in music?
Yeah.
2-2. 2-2, that's me. Me. Wow, this desk is like exactly as we left it last week. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Cool.
It's a miracle.
You know I work all day to get your money to buy a thing, and it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me everything. So why on earth should I moan? 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight, yeah. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog.
Are you good, mate?
I am great. We're ready to go.
Okay. And am I going to do? Yep, I'll do that. So you tell me. Right, Greg, so you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I love Portobello Radio.
Yeah, and welcome to Portobello Radio on this wet and windy day in the middle of the market. We've got an unbelievably busy show today. The Muse is already packed. I'm here with Zakir. Hi, Zakir.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, give her a voice, Gregsy.
Yeah, is that better? Hello. How you doing?
Yeah, we've got a packed show. We better get on with it. I'm going to play a tune. Gregsy, welcome to the show, Gregsy.
Yeah, man. Welcome aboard this fantastic Friday show, live and direct from the Portobello Road and a rather quiet market. Yeah, man, we've got loads of news on Grenfell this week, so keep it locked, Portobello Radio.
Yeah, that was brand new Cadillac under there. Yeah, that is Spanky Wilson with the fabulous Quantic, our favourite bloke from Worcester, living in Colombo, Bogota, Colombia. Now, we've got the show. We're going to be back to talking about Grenfell because, as most of the world knows, they decided over the last couple of days to knock down the tower.
Ooh.
We did actually ask Angela Rayner to come on this show.
You did.
What did she
She's
say?
Superstar, man. Yeah.
She said maybe not this time, but maybe next time.
Which is not such a bad answer. It
No,
wasn't bugger
no,
off
it
you.
wasn't.
Okay, well at least there's
Bugger
an
off,
answer.
it's
She
it.
didn't just ear you, so that's something. I
Yeah,
suppose.
that is
exactly.
good. So,
Exactly.
big up to Angela, except we're not sure you've done the right thing. We'll be
Several
talking
people
about
have
that
asked us to
later.
ask Mr. Corbyn back in.
Oh
for,
yeah, we should.
for his comment on it, which I thought was a good idea because he loves us already.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know whether he's the right, person for this one. I don't know. He's
Well,
a man
I
of the
think
people.
I actually think it's down to the community myself.
Of
so,
course, of
but
course.
we, like I said, we're going to talk about that much more as the show develops.
Yeah, man.
We have recently complained that the only people in the neighbourhood putting on any promotions were Portobello Radio.
Oh yeah,
You
because
know,
it's
because
become a bit dry.
Yeah, we searched all the Facebook groups, Instagram,
Yeah.
posters on the wall.
I'm getting notifications, Portobello and what's it called, neighbourhood.co.uk or whatever they're called.
Shop your neighbour or whatever it is.
Yeah. And saying local events in Portobello. You click on it, it's all out in East London.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah,
well, what's
I mean,
going on
I've
here?
seen something tonight happening in Northwest, which I can talk about later, Kilburn. So that's like
Yeah,
a neighbouring thing. So I
course
can talk
it
about that.
is.
And they
No,
do like
big
a
up
monthly
Kilburn.
first Friday thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And Swing and Dine is on at the Tabernacle tonight.
Tonight,
They've
Friday.
got- yeah.
Remember, Friday, yeah.
They've got a really great reggae artist whose name we will come to. But
Yeah.
that was a long-winded way of saying we have right in front of us
Oh,
in
yeah.
the Muse Gallery.
Nice.
We have two people who are putting on an event at round the corner next Thursday. Welcome, Chico,
Thank you so much for having me.
and welcome, Jazz.
Thank you.
Could we lend?
Yes,
them
we're going to
your
lend
mic?
Jazz my mic, and so therefore I'm going to sign off for a minute or two.
So, Chico, as most people will know, Under is what used to be West Bank, used to be in On the Green, used to be Flyover. It's a much-loved venue in the community. Tell us about what you're putting on next week.
We are putting on a band called the Bay Trees Live
Mm-hmm.
with an open mic beforehand. So doors open at 7, open mics at 7:30, and headline band the Bay Trees are on at 9. Support act Sancho at 9:40, and then you've got me till close.
All right, nice. Now, what kind of music is the Bay Trees?
They are a mix of rock, funk,
We like an indie funk.
indie funk.
I like
Can we have
that.
a
It's
bit
interesting.
more on Jazz's mic?
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. So, putting on a gig these days, I mean, we used to do it all the time before lockdown. We've kind of slightly balked at it, just getting people to turn up. I mean, it might be rainy like it is today. How are you finding the promotion side of things?
I think everyone's finding it. I think everyone's finding everything quite difficult at the moment.
Yeah,
But what else can we do but keep playing music and dancing?
yeah.
Mm.
No,
We've got to do it. But it's not. I think, as you say, we used to be able to do it. You could do it maybe as one person. You could walk in, hustle it, get a couple of bands together. The economics are very, very different now. So
Yeah.
we have to work collectively. Thus, Jasmine, I, the band, Sancho, and some other artists who I've got with me today who I'll be invading the open mic with, locals, of course,
cool.
are all working it together, and we will do what we can.
Great. That sounds absolutely brilliant. Tell people how to get in touch, how to just rock up on the night. Is there a
Probably, I would say,
website? Follow
go
you
to
on
Baytree's
Instagram?
Insta.
Yeah, so we've got Bay Trees Band Insta and also my Instagram, which is jasmine.lrxx. All the tickets are found in the bio. They're only £6.
Okay.
Right.
We've got students having a half price discount, so it'll be £3 for them.
And can you get tickets on the door? Or is it just
You
all
can
online?
get tickets on the door
Okay.
as well, yeah.
Cool.
So if you turn up, then we'll sort you out as well.
Great. No, that's fantastic. And it's your DJ name is Dirty Cheeks.
Indeed, I've got
You've
a
got
few.
quite a good reason. Why are you putting out stickers saying Dirty Cheeks?
So, going by the name of Chico is not very unique.
Right.
The word means kid. So at some stage, everyone was a Chico. And
Yeah.
if you search Chico on the internet, you'll never find me. So I needed a unique combination of letters and words that if you do Google Dirty Cheeks, you will find me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that.
Yeah, brilliant idea. It's
Thank
almost
you.
like that 3-word thing to find a place, isn't it?
Yeah, is that happening?
I don't know. I've never used it myself.
It freaked me out a bit, that. I
But
thought the postcode's enough.
Yeah, what's wrong with Waze or Google Maps?
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Jazz from the Bay Trees.
Thank
you,
you.
Chico. from
Thank you
Dirty
for having
Cheeks.
us.
We hope you get a full house down there
Yeah.
on Thursday night. That is Thursday, the
13th of February.
13th of February. Unlucky for some, the night before Valentine.
Yeah, bring your Valentines, guys. It'll be
Oh,
super
look
fun.
for one when you're there.
Or look for one when you're there.
No, it's funny. On New Year's Eve, I'm a big fan of going out on the 30th. When you go out, everyone's so delighted to see you. You know, you're not being ripped off. You can get a cab home. And then you just crash out on the 31st. What's Jules Holland? So why not go out on the 13th? Don't get involved on Friday night Valentine's. Get in a cab home.
Exactly. Get in early.
We'll come through and see you, and we'll see how far the guest list can extend, because I'm sure friends and family maybe can walk behind me.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
This is Sam and Dave, Soothe Me. Sam Moore died about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we didn't honour his fantastic musical life. So here you go. My favourite, Sam and Dave.
Thank you.
Soothe me, soothe me, soothe me. Everybody, come on and clap your hand, will you? Just for me now. I like it like that. Come on. Soothe me, baby, soothe me. Soothe me with your kindness. For you know your powerful love is soothing to me. One more time. Soothe me, baby, soothe me. Soothe me with your kindness. For you know your powerful love is soothing to me. Look here, how I used to rumble, and how I used to roam. But since I met this baby of mine, and all I do is say, everybody now, soothe me, baby, soothe me. Soothe me with your kindness. For you know your powerful love is soothing to me. Now listen to me. I used to have a lot of girls, had them big and small. But since I met this baby of mine, I don't want no other girl at Soothe me, baby, soothe me. Soothe me with your kindness. For you know your powerful love is soothing to me. Oh yeah, soothe me, soothe me, soothe me, soothe me, soothe me. Come on now, let's do this again. Oh yeah, that's it. Come on now, put your hands together. Everybody, come on now. Soothe me, soothe me, baby. You got to soothe me. I want it home. Soothe me, soothe me.
Yeah, that is Soothe Me, Sam and Dave. And that one actually is going out to Amber. Amber, who is listening to us on the radio, cuddle up in bed because she's a little bit poorly at the moment.
There's a lot of people Tom Dick
Yeah.
at the moment.
It's that time of the year, flu season. You got
Yeah.
to just keep up your vitamins and your ginger and all that.
know
But
that.
yeah, wishing everyone that's ill to get better soon.
Yeah, man. Of course. Of course.
Talking of Amber, she has just sent us a message saying that her good friend, and there's going to be some happy people in the room when you hear this, her good friend is running a little pop-up Trini double stand at
Oh, nice.
Portobello Shack tomorrow.
Oh, wicked.
From
Absolutely wicked.
midday.
You know what? Talking of Portobello Shack, I was in there last night with lovely Rosita, who treated me. I had Aki saltfish, a little plate of it.
Aw,
Yeah, no,
that's
she was
nice.
absolutely adorable, so welcoming.
Yeah.
So yeah, the place is open again and ripping business. So get
Doubles
involved.
tomorrow.
Doubles
This
tomorrow.
lady's
Brilliant.
cooking is amazing. She
Yeah.
deserves to be sold out for real. So I really appreciate it if you gave her a shout out. Her name is Elena. She goes by Spicy Girl, Caribbean Cuisine. Thank you in advance.
Yay.
So big shout out to Amber.
Yeah, man.
Get
better soon.
Get better soon. Now we've got more events, and we've got another event that is happening at Under. We are delighted to welcome from Nova, I think a fellow tenant of the Westway Trust. It's Esther from Nova. Welcome.
Hello, thanks so much for having me. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you all.
Now Nova, you're in Thorpe Close, round
We
the
are.
corner, right
Yeah.
next door to Under.
Yes.
You know what? I've been around here forever. I'm not sure I know what Nova do. Could you tell us?
Yeah, happily. So we have been actually serving the local community over the last just over 40 years now.
Oh, wow.
We hold about 4 different programs, so we do quite a bit of everything. But essentially, we serve about 2,500 people on average every year, and we run things like adult education for people wanting to increase their skill sets in English, maths, digital skills. We run different types of children's activities and holiday activities for families. In addition, we also have employability advice, advice and guidance and support for people wanting to improve their employability skills. And we also run events. So as you can see, we do a bit of everything pretty much around the area. There is something for all. And yeah, I guess just the main premise of our work and our ethos at Nova is about learning. It's very much about promoting learning, promoting community, and interconnectedness. So yeah, that's a lot of the work that we do here at Nova.
I mean, the event that I know you for is your human library.
It's actually called the School of Humanity.
Ah.
Yeah, I know. I know some people might think of the Human Library, which was very much inspired by that. But we have been running the School of Humanity for the last, I want to say 3 years now.
Wow, great.
Yeah.
So what is the School of Humanity?
Yes.
It sounds quite interesting.
Yes, great question. So essentially this is an event, it's like a live learning experience that we put together for people to learn something new about other people. So the main premise is that we want to help challenge prejudice and misconceptions that are placed on people based on their labels. Now these labels can be based on anything. It can be based on your gender, it could be based on what you wear, it could be based on your religion, your background, your occupation, whoever you are. We understand that in society people are judged for something, people are judged for whoever they are without actually having a conversation with them first. So what the School of Humanity does essentially is give platform to these people who are judged unfairly and labelled without question and without having that prior conversation, and we give them the platform to have conversations with the public. Now, the reason it's actually called the School of Humanity, we kind of play on the aspects of a school. So people from the public, who we kind of define as learners, come in, sit down with someone who we call living subjects. So it's kind of like you coming to a school or a library and picking up a book. But instead of picking up a book, you're having a conversation with a human. So yeah, hence the name. So we want to give platform to people who have been unfairly labelled and judged based on who they are. And just as an example of living subjects that we've had before, we've had people, as you actually mentioned yourself, we've had a Satanist before, we've had living subjects who have been survivors of abuse, we've had people who are just a person of colour, we've had women, single mothers. So we've had many different types of living subjects who have represented their background, and they've had wonderful conversations with people with, again, the aim to help debunk and challenge the stigma and prejudice placed on them. So yeah, it's a very welcoming environment, it's a very informal environment where we just want you to have timed 15 to 20 minute conversations with whoever you'd like to. It's not like a rigid event where you have to speak to everyone. You can come in and speak to whoever you like, with that main purpose and goal in mind.
So there isn't really a teacher. You talk to another person who is in some way excluded from. affairs.
Yeah, essentially. So we do have what we call like course administrators. So still playing on the terms, where we have us who are part of the volunteers and staff on the day who help facilitate the event. So as you come in, there'll be myself and other facilitators supporting the event. We will kind of speak you through what the event is about. There will be a board at the front, and there'll be a list of labels. So instead of saying you might want to speak to Mark, you might want to speak to John, you'd actually have labels, and you might want to speak to an abuse survivor, or you might want to speak to a single mother, or you might want to speak to a Satanist. They're not always as heavy as these titles sound, by the way.
I imagine everyone wants to talk to the Satanist.
I did when I did the Human Library a few years ago. I was like, a Satanist, I need to know more. But I actually learned a lot, I can't even lie. So now when I see it, I don't have the same perception of Satanist that I did prior to that conversation with that person.
Amazing, yeah, which is definitely the aim.
So is Taylor Swift a Satanist or not?
Oh, gosh.
Is this
I mean, a
part of it, or
Swiftie
what?
could be a living subject.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
There's a lot of
I like
stigma
it.
and judgment around people who are heavily, who heavily follow celebrities.
Yeah.
So actually, this is even a call out to people who would like to be living subjects themselves. Come through. You are more than welcome.
Do I need to book on Eventbrite, or can I just tip up?
Yes, so a bit of both. Ideally, we would like for you to book for your Eventbrite. We do have a link on our website called novanew.org.uk. So if you go to our page, which again is novanew.org.uk, you can find the Eventbrite link under our What's On. Otherwise, feel free to pop in. It is it's literally on the corner. It's taking place Tuesday, the 4th of March from 5 to 8 p.m. So you are welcome to just pop in if you decide last minute that I would love to actually meet someone new, learn something different, and help make, the world a better place. So you can also
Fantastic connectivity.
Yeah, sounds good. And if just in case anyone's not able to make it, but they want to be in touch with Nova, do you have any social media handles or?
Yeah, we are heavily active on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn as well. You can find us pretty much everywhere under Nova New Ops. So that's Nova as in Nova and New OPPS on most of our social media. And if you didn't get that, you can also catch that on our website. So yeah, on all social media platforms, you can find us. And you can keep up to date with everything else that we're doing.
Yeah, because you do great events. What kind of age are the people who come?
Oh yes, great question. So we typically say from about 16 plus. I guess given the sensitivity of the topics we're speaking about, obviously we understand that it is quite a heavy, loaded an event where different types of conversations are happening. We do try to aim for a slightly more mature crowd. That's not to say that if younger people are coming, ideally they should be supervised, but on average we'd probably say, so let's say 16 plus, I think, for attendance.
Yeah, no, sounds fair enough. That's absolutely brilliant, Esther. Thank you so much for coming. And going forward into the rest of the year, you have an event kind of every month or so? Yeah.
So as part of our social change program, again, this program is kind of designed for us to put on events that bring the community together, help challenge, stigma and prejudice as now, and just give people the opportunity to learn something new. So we hold these events at least once a month, if not a couple of times a month. Things like the School of Humanity, but we also have events more geared to younger people, like Living the Career Library. We have our Let's Talk About events. We have the Great Get-Togethers, which are annually. So yeah, there's a bit of everything for everyone throughout the year. So again, best way to keep up to date with what we're doing is on our website and social media.
Sounds good.
Yeah, follow Nova. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here is Sister Nancy and Naya Rockers with Teach the Youth.
Dedicate to all the kids in the world. Might be a boy, might be a girl. All the kids around the world. Sister Nancy, love it from my heart. I say treat the youth them right. Who make them live up in just sight. I say teach the youths them the right. Teach them not to fuss and fight. I say teach your youths them right. Don't make them grow like no parasite. I said
respect and manners to all nations. Education is the key, you must understand. The youths of today is the adult of tomorrow. You have to teach them not to steal another barrow. Only in the pie and forget about your sorrow. From your ambition, there is nothing you can do. The sky is the limit, and no job will see you through. Teach the youths them right. Hey, I'm a humble woman. Praise Rastafari, sing a song. Yes, I'm a humble woman. For the youths of today, I have to do this song. I said, I'm a humble woman. Praise Rastafari and hold up strong. I said, teach the youths them right. You teach them not to fuss and fight. I said, teach the youths them right. Live upright in Judge's sight. I said, teach the youths the right. Might could never be right. I said, treat the youth them right. Teach the youth them right. Teach the youth them right. Teach them right. I'm a humble woman.
Yes, that is Naya Rocker's Teach the Youths. So everyone's left. So I'm here with Grace. Grace, is that you? Hey, how you doing, Grace?
What's up? What's up?
I'll tell you what's up. Today, or not today, sorry, yesterday would have been Bob Marley's 80th birthday.
Oh my God, yes. Come on.
So, you know, I remember when Bob Marley had those gigs at the Lyceum and the Hammersmith Odeon. You know, when he suddenly burst on the scene, came from Jamaica, they remixed his albums over there in Basing Street. And, you know, he was inspired the punky reggae party. For someone of your age, what does Bob Marley mean?
Ooh, that's a hard question.
Because he's always been there for you, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a big inspiration in the reggae culture. Very big inspiration. I mean, like, meaning I can't really like
Put it into words. Because
he's just such a legendary.
Because you, Zaki, the minute you heard that it would have been his birthday, you were straight on the WhatsApp group with.
I'm like the biggest Bob Marley fan probably of my age. Like and being raised in a Rasta conscious household, like, do you know what I mean? That was, you know, one of the biggest artists that, you know, I mean, to be honest, I love reggae music, but he's one of my favorite artists. We share a birthday month, like we're not like under 2 weeks apart from birthday, so I love, like, when February comes,
loving your connections there.
Yeah, and do you know what's so amazing? Every year, obviously, there's always something to happen around his birthday. So last year, I saw the Bob Marley film. I mean, I gave my feedback on that one, but we're not going to get back into that.
No.
But then the year before that, the Sartre Gallery, they had the Bob Marley One Love Experience thing. So there was like 5 floors or whatever of his work and his photos. And so there was things I didn't get to see that I've seen before, that I didn't see, that I've never seen, that I got to see there. And then last year in Jamaica, I got to go to his yard, 56 Hope Road. Like, I'm a massive fan. Like, even in my bedroom right now,
I wouldn't have guessed.
there's no way you can look in my bedroom and can't see Bob Marley. Let me just say that. Yeah. So he's one of my favorite artists. So I do like to
big him up.
Praise him, especially on his birthday. Like, I think he really put Jamaica on the map. He put reggae on the map. His words are even more relevant to today than they were 30 years ago, 40 years ago.
So inspiring.
There's so much trouble in the world. It's like there's every day I wake up and it's just fuckery on online, and it's just bare shit around the world. So how much more can it think? But he's speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm a big fan.
I love the is it Love in Vain? Is it Love?
Waiting in Vain.
Wait in Vain. There we go. Wait in Vain. I love that song. That's a beautiful song.
Yeah,
it is. They all resonate.
They all
someone,
resonate,
you know, which is why it's so global.
Oddly enough, yesterday would have been the birthday of Lepke Rebel, Leroy, who
would have been his brother-in-law.
Yeah, our inspiration here, because DBC, Dread Broadcast Company, you can buy the T-shirts from our website.
You can buy the 7-inch single of their theme tune on our website.
Yeah, so DBC is what inspired us. And of course, as Zakir just said, Lepke Leroy was Bob Marley's brother-in-law because he was Rita Marley's sister.
Yeah, man.
So big shout out to Bob. We obviously, well, I never met Bob. Lots of people around here.
Yeah, I met
Leslie
bare
Palmer was
people.
there.
I interviewed someone, Kevin. I can't remember his surname, but for Grove Roots,
Yeah.
and he was talking about Frestonia and everyone on acid. And then he come up to the tabernacle and he'd be around All Saints. And one time he just saw Bob Marley walking down the road. I said, "Oh my!" Like, like, there's obviously a reason he came here. There's obviously a reason he recorded 2 albums. Like,
Wish I
this
met
era
Bob
is special,
Marley.
and the fact that so many amazing, talented artists have passed through here. Sorry, just shows like the ends in it and what we are and kind of what we inspire.
Good energy, baby. Good energy. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, massive love out to the whole of the global family of the Marleys, including Lepke Leroy Anderson. Yeah, man. And indeed, Luce and all of his kids and the
Yeah,
whole of the
Damien
family.
Marley.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's
an amazing
I
artist.
saw him live.
I saw him live
in Boomtown. In Boomtown.
He was amazing.
I had to have a big. Sorry, guys.
I
Actually,
cried.
never mind. Never
You
mind.
can say what you like.
Oh,
but
I had to have a big spliff. I'm doing that Rasta man. I had to.
He
I
was
had
amazing.
to.
I saw my O2
vibration.
banging.
Yeah. Was Kevin?
Absolutely
Was
lovely.
that Kevin who used to run the Metro Youth Club back in the 70s?
I don't know. I can't remember his surname. He's light-skinned brother. But
Long
he,
face.
maybe. But he used to be like an 80s. He used to be a b-boy. He was like one of the when like the hip hop kind of
part of the
culture
Cash
came
Crew
over
and
here
all
and
that,
stuff like that.
Ah, nice.
So yeah, it was.
If
really
you want to
nice.
know more about the Cash Crew, of course, tune in to Codes on our Mixcloud because the Codes were a part of the original Cash Crew.
They were the original Cash Crew. My goodness. Yeah, man. Local West London, early days hip-hop, bebop,
Yeah.
break
So
dancing crew. Love
the
them.
rules say that we're only allowed to play 4 Bob Marley songs. So I
Yeah.
hope the underscore is not being picked up by Shazam because that would be one of them.
Yeah.
My one is from his Harder Edge.
Oh, nice.
Or Bob Marley.
Oh, good work. Because again, this is so relevant. We might have to play this loud. Let's play this loud.
Until the philosophy which old one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war. It's a war that until they're no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. Miss a war that until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race. This a war that until that day the dream of lasting peace, world citizenship, rule of international morality will remaining but a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. Now everywhere is war, war, and until the ignoble and unhappy regime that hold our brothers in Angola, in Mozambique, South Africa, subhuman bondage have been toppled, totally destroyed. Well, everywhere is war. Miss a war. War in the east, war in the west, war up north, war down south, war, war, rumors of a war, and until that day, the African continent
Yeah, that is Bob Marley. That Bob Marley and the Wailers, and that is War. And if you're interested in watching One Love, I think, which is the name of the biopic which Zakia was mentioning earlier, I can announce it will be one of the films playing at Trellick Tower 53. Because
You
as
jokes, man.
no, well,
Brilliant.
The theme for Trellick Tower 53 this year is roots.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant.
Roots in the community, and
Yeah.
of course, you don't get more roots than Bob Marley.
Certainly don't. Just to remind everybody, if they don't know already, then Trellick Festival is when we put a fantastic stage in the backyard there. And the week leading up towards the weekend when we do the big stage in the back, the guys here at the Muse normally help organise a fantastic screen.
Yeah, well, it's the Portobello Film Festival, which is
man.
obviously one of the many local organisations that is associated with the Muse.
Absolutely, absolutely. Us included.
Us included.
Yeah,
Big
man.
up
So
to
that's
the
going to be
Muse.
spectacular. The point being is it's an outdoor gig, so you can watch this movie out in a car park behind a very famous tower block for nothing.
Yeah, I
It's
have
wicked.
to say, last year I did miss Attack the Block, which is the film I really would have liked to see.
In front of a
In front
brutalist
of, yeah.
architect's
But it was
beautiful dream. Love
bitterly
it.
cold the night that Attack the Block was
That
on.
is the only downer is wrap up if it's going to be a chilly
but
night. Then.
Hard They Come there was amazing. It's a
Yeah.
good place for reggae.
Yeah, a fantastic place for reggae, if only for the fact the sound bounces everywhere with all that concrete. Yeah, it's brilliant, absolutely superb.
Yeah, big shout out actually to everyone at Trellick, and there will be announcements coming as the spring develops on what's going. We're hoping to get some special mixes on Portobello Radio from people who are associated with Trellick Tower.
Amazing.
Starting with Lily Allen. So if you're listening, Lily, we need a mix off you.
Oh, good work. Nice. Like it.
It's suddenly it's all going on. We
I
put
love it.
out a cry saying nothing's going on, and suddenly
it all
there's
happens.
so much happening.
Including
We've already
Angela
talked about-
Rayner putting her oar in as well.
Yeah, but we've
Blimey.
had, sorry, I'm talking about gigs.
Yeah, I
and
know.
promotions.
I know you were, and I was.
She's not running a
putting that
gig,
back
though.
into
There
it.
are a lot of meetings in the neighbourhood. So, if anyone who lives in North Kent is getting so much stuff through their door at the moment, saying "Come to this, come to that."
Yeah. It's all happening.
It's like living in America with Donald Trump firing executive orders at you every 30 seconds.
I wouldn't know.
But there is more happening. There are people bringing records out and having gigs, and we are delighted to have one of them with us right here, Melina.
Hello.
Melina Bianco or Blanco?
Melina Blanco. With a B.
Yeah. Melina, tell us about yourself, because you're a singer, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't have brought a record out.
That is so true. I'm a singer-songwriter. My name is Melina, like you said. I am originally from Argentina, so very far away from here, but I've lived here for a
From
long.
Buenos Aires? Or?
Yes, exactly. Have you been?
No, I haven't. I hear it's a beautiful city,
It is
though.
beautiful. I was there recently. Yeah, I'm from there. I was born there, but I've lived kind of not there for most of my life, and I've lived here for over half of my life. So, yeah.
And tell us about your records, your singing, the record you've just brought out.
Yeah, so I just released a song called Counting. It came out like 2 weeks ago, and it's kind of like the last single before my EP, which is out in 2 weeks today, which is daunting. Yeah, it's a really important song to me. It's about something super personal. It's about like a time in my life where I was dealing with really bad kind of like self-esteem and kind of bad issues with like body image. So it's been like a really kind of daunting release cycle, I guess, because promoting nowadays you have to kind of bare your soul on the internet to promote your music. So it's been really weird having to like almost become like a spokesperson for this issue.
Right, because you bare your soul in the song.
Yeah, and you think
hope
that's it.
Enough.
Yeah, but it's not. Especially with like short form content, you've gotta do a tagline. You've gotta say this song is about this, and so it's been kind of really nice to be really open, but also if I think too much about it, it's a bit freaky.
Let's listen to the song, and then we can discuss the issues.
Great.
Okay, sorry. That is we're using Spotify, which is not our natural. It's not a modus operandi. But here we go. I think he's done it. He has managed to get it up. Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got the invite in my back pocket. Wore something tight and I'm feeling confidence. Squeezing my guts, but I'll try not to mind it. Tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Friendly faces, I just stunts. Find the tables, I start to plummet. Starting to wish that I didn't come here tonight. But it's your night. Cause all of the dainty girls eat their birthday cakes like they're breathing air. So I'll just keep count of what goes in and out of my stupid mouth when I stare at the clock, sucking in. I don't need to breathe. I will count down the hours until I can leave. They're all laughing, joy and flavors. I wish we were made of paper. I'd cut us into pieces and trade them with mine. I understand I sound juvenile. All of my friends are growing inside my child. Putting us all in beauty pageants in my brain. And I'm in last place. Cause all of the dainty girls eat their birthday cakes like they're breathing air. So I'll just keep count of what goes in and out of my stupid mouth and I'll stare at the clock, sucking in. I don't need to breathe. I will count down the hours until I can leave. And I wanna say happy birthday, but I just need to go home. They turned off the lights, the candles ignite. They won't even notice I've gone. I know I don't deserve any birthday cake after how I behaved. And I would have stuck around, but there were so many dainty girls in one place. I'm sorry I spent your night sucking in with the beauty pageant in my head. I know I'm not much fun when I'm counting under my breath.
Thank you.
No, that's absolutely great. That I take it that what you're talking about there is counting calories.
Yeah, I mean, not specifically calories, but yeah, what you eat, keeping track of what you eat. I mean, it's kind of like a double meaning as well, because the chorus says, keep count of what goes in and out, also what of my mouth, like what you say, like social anxiety. I'll stare at the clock, counting down the hours until I can leave. There are a lot of double meanings there with the counting.
Right. Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you find does writing a song like that help you exorcise some of those feelings? Is it cathartic in any way, or?
Yeah, I mean, every song is different. This one is interesting because it was written kind of like in a hindsight way. Like I had gotten over it like a year or two before, so it was like, cool, now that I'm not in the thick of it, I can talk about it objectively almost. I don't know if I would have been able to like really write about it when I was like dealing with it in the moment. And it's also, you know, the song is so heavily inspired by something like many occasions where I've been in social situations and felt off and insecure in that way, but it's not like a exact thing. So it almost is like fictional in my head, even though I know it isn't fictional, because I know it is about me. When you kind of turn something that happened to you into like a story, you get to like detach from it a little bit more, and it doesn't have to feel so like exposing or jarring.
Right. So you've got Counting Out your system.
Yeah.
Tell us about the new EP that's coming up.
The EP is called It's Happening Again. It's out 21st of February.
That kind of sounds like a Britney song.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. It's a project I've been working on for like nearly 4 years. I released my first EP as like a pandemic project. I produced it and recorded it alone in my house with my dad. And I released it when I was 18, 4 years ago. So I kind of immediately after that came out started writing new stuff, and it was just like all of those, like there's a song that is on the EP that I wrote almost exactly 4 years ago. Like it takes a really long time to make music, is what people really don't know about the industry.
I was going to say the production values of that one were pretty high.
Thank you.
You know, where did that happen? Did it sort of happen at
that's
home
a great,
or in a
yeah,
studio,
kind of.
Or you know, how was it? How did you put that one together?
Well, I went to music uni, and I got to meet a lot of really, really talented people. I'm like a very producer. Like I can kind of do Logic, but I can do a shit demo.
Networking.
Bad demo.
Network is your forte. Basically.
I can do an okay demo, but that's it. But my drummer, the girl who plays drums for me in my band, is also a really, really cool producer.
Oh, cool.
And it was great because she already knew the songs.
Yeah,
so we just started working on it about a year ago, this one, with our other friend Rahul, and it was just like me and her and him. And yeah, it was like at her house, or vocals were done at my house. Like it was a lot of fun.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, and like that. You should have fun when you're making
it
something.
It sounds quite polished.
And you like working with friends instead of like random people you don't know. I don't know.
Definitely. I feel like because they know where you're coming from, so you can kind of bounce off each other, and it makes it like a nicer environment. You know?
And you like genuinely like the days that we recorded were like some of the best days of last year. Like because we're friends, we laugh and we have fun, and it doesn't just feel like work, but it's still productive. You know, so that's nice.
Brilliant.
Yeah, amazing, great work. Great.
So, what should people look out for, and where will it come out? Will it be Bandcamp? Will it be?
It'll be on all the kind of like main streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, the works. It's out midnight on that Friday morning, and look out for that. Pre-save it. Link in my Instagram bio. I've got a gig 5 days after the EP is released as well, which is really exciting at the Grace.
Where's that?
At the Grace in Islington.
Right. Where in Islington?
Really cool. It's like you leave Highbury Islington Station, and it's right next to the garage, like right next to it.
And what time will you be performing there?
I've yet to know, but I will post about it on Instagram for sure.
So make sure that people follow your Instagram handle.
Melina Blanco Music.
Right. That's easy.
Yeah,
That's really easy.
Wicked.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wish you all the best with the record. If you want to buy it, obviously buy it on a Friday off Bandcamp, because then all of it goes to the artist on Friday. It's Friday today, so as soon as this show's over, you should go and buy something. Have you got other stuff on Bandcamp right now? Who knows?
I don't think so.
Search.
I have to get in on that. Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Well done.
I try not to lose sight of just how I got here. Take a walk at night and hope it all disappears. I try not to lose sight of just how I got here.
Yeah, you see, that is what Spotify did to us. A random song came up. We were going to play Imagination, Body Talk. Yeah, that was Melina Blanco Music, if you're following on social media, and that was Body Talk by Imagination. We've lost Greg, but he's running back across the road. Luckily, it doesn't matter because we've got our next guest in the studio. From Kids on the Green, we've got Zoe Levac, the leader and old friend of this show. Hello, Zoe.
Hello, how you doing?
Really well, thank you.
Good.
And Beckham, welcome to the show.
Hello, nice to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Beckham, we worked with you last year at the Exhibition Road Festival, which was quite a laugh. For those of you who don't know, at the beginning of June, we've hooked up with Imperial College and all the other institutions like the V&A, the Natural History Museum, the Science Museum. We're all part of the establishment now at Portobello Radio. And we put on some Kids on the Green acts. You were one of them. You were amazing. And not only did you play an amazing set, you also did a Shakespearean soliloquy in the middle of it.
Yeah, good vibes. That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah. Anyway, you can hear that on our Mixcloud. If you search Portobello Radio plus Kids on the Green, you will find your sets. Zoe, tell us what's going on.
So Beck and I have just come down really just obviously to say hi, but also just to sort of promote our show, which is on Thursday, and just talk about the next round of Arts Awards and Level 1s that the young people will be studying, of which Beckham is glittering alumni.
Yeah.
Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah.
Alumni?
Yeah.
Beckham is going to say a couple of words about the Level 1 course, and just to sort of talk about what we've got going on really in the next bit of time down at Kids on the Green.
Let's start with the show on Thursday. What's that?
So it's a graduation show. So we've got 21 of our young people are graduating their Level 1, and some of them are graduating from their Arts Award, which is the foundation level. And these are 2 courses that have been funded by Kensington and Chelsea Foundation and Youth Music.
Mm-hmm.
And over the last 18 months, we've, a bit longer than that actually, coming up for 2 years, we've created a customised arts award in artist development, which we've had accredited by Trinity College. And then the next one up, which is a Level 1, which is obviously a little bit more complicated, a bit more in depth. That is actually the equivalent of half a GCSE. So it's quite weighty, and takes the young people pretty much through any art genre they want. They study it. In fact, I'm going to let Beckham explain, because Beckham's actually done the course.
Yeah, So what's it like from the point of view, of someone doing it? What do you learn?
Well, really, when I first heard about it, I just wanted to. They said there were a couple performances at the end, so I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I didn't actually know anything about the actual program or course. But then once I started doing it, it was like, it's just like a holistic way to see everything that you're doing creatively, whether it's any courses you're doing outside of it, any practicing you're doing, any vocal warm-up movement, whatever, just to get a good idea of and really keep track of what you're doing and to be the best you, sort of. Because a lot of kids, we don't really know what we're doing in terms of the arts and creating and all this stuff. So it's nice to see what you're doing and track it.
So what subject would you say you studied when you were doing the course? Was it just creativity or
music? You were doing music performance.
Oh yeah, music performance.
Right.
Yeah.
But other people were doing maybe art or filmmaking.
We haven't had anybody doing filmmaking as yet, because we're still, as you know, with KOTG TV getting kind of set up for that. But we will be moving into sort of screen acting and all kinds of stuff, filmmaking. At the moment, the young people have predominantly done it in music performance. We have had some young people that have done music production, and we've got some of the younger people now doing visual arts. We've had game design. We've even had a young person doing game design. So where Kids on the Green has mainly been known for its music over the last few years, we are kind of branching out now and enabling young people to study other art genres as well.
Oh, I love that. That's so amazing. I feel like sometimes we feel, growing up in certain areas, you don't feel like you can access certain things. So to access it and know that you can do this, it will, boost confidence and it will put you out there a bit more. So I love things like that, honestly. Well done.
Thank you. No, I'm really proud of the young people and how they've taken to it. We've been doing quite a lot of targeted work with the Arts Awards, the foundation level, with some young people that are sort of being excluded at the moment or who are facing exclusion. And we found it to be a brilliant re-engagement tool in terms of getting those young people focused and engaged again. And so all round, really, it's been a fantastic success. So on Thursday, we'll be graduating 21 of these young people. And there'll be, well, we don't have that much space upstairs at Kids on the Green, so I'm not asking for loads more audience members, but just to make people aware, really, that KTG TV will be covering it. We'll probably be streaming live. I think we're streaming live.
Yeah.
We are streaming live, so that's probably the best way to watch it. And we're just so proud of everyone, really. And yeah, we've just received the funding from Youth Music to create a level 2.
Wow.
Amazing.
And that will be an even deeper study, and it's equivalent to one GCSE, that one. So again, a fantastic thing for young people that are struggling in mainstream education to feel that they've studied and achieved something that's not only creative, but any last words?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because in terms of GCSE, I didn't even know that was even a qualification like on that level, but the lowest GCSE I got was music, which is weird that I'm actually doing it now with Kids on the Green, because in school you're just sort of forced, this is what you do, this is what you do, but with Kids on the Green it's just like a nurturing of people that maybe have an inkling or like a whisper in their head that they want to do something like this, and then they'll just being in that kind of environment and being surrounded by people that have been around the music business, you sort of get inspired to do it yourself and do programs like this.
So what's the commitment from your point of view? I mean, how many hours a week? As many as you want?
Well, really, there was a strict commitment in terms of like every week you have to do, like for me, it was every Thursdays I'd come into Kids on the Green no matter what I was doing and just do like a couple hours filling out the questions. And it's to do with the stuff you're doing outside of Kids on the Green as well, and bringing that into your program and your course. So discussing all the stuff you're doing midweek as well.
No. Sounds brilliant. I mean, from every point of view, whether you got an interest, you just want to dip a toe in the water, so it sounds like a kind of soft way into but you could take a deep dive.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be open for enrolment again soon. I think in 4 weeks, we'll be open for enrolment for the next wave of young people that want to do either the level 1 or the foundation level. They can start on the foundation level. So it's a case of promoting it, shouting about it, really, and letting as many families and young people know as possible they can come and get involved.
What's the age bracket for the young people for this course?
11. Okay. So 11 with the foundation level is sort of really suitable for young people 11 to 14. And then from 14, we would probably suggest going straight into the level 1 because, or not, it's whatever.
Depending
we're very sort of laid back about it. Young people can come in as and when they want to. There is a time limit on how long they can take to do it, but we're pretty flexible, and that's the point really, is to tailor it holistically around each young person.
Lovely.
Yeah, that sounds brilliant. So Beckham, tell us about the record we're about to play, and then we'll come back and
it's
find
my
out.
favourite. Can I just say I love it? It makes me cry every time. Every time.
And then we'll come back and find out what KOTG are doing as the year goes on. But Beckham, tell us about the tune.
I don't really know where to start. It was a long process making it. It was really one of the first songs I ever wrote, like fully, because I didn't know how to rap on beats, so I went to Kids on the Green. I was like, I don't know how to make beats, and one of the producers there, his name's Dre, he was like, you're not going in the studio unless your beats get to a certain level. And so I was just making this piano loop, and I just started crying when I made it. I don't know how to explain it. It just happened. And then 2 years later, I was in this acting course at the Lyric Hammersmith called Springboard, and we wrote a play about Grenfell and about like the divide between the rich and poor and that kind of stuff. And a lot of my writing is to do with that divide, Lapwood Grove, the community and everything. And yeah, it just sort of happened from that, and I just wrote more and more around it, and yeah, it's now that.
So what's it called?
It's called A Tale or Two.
Am I Dick Whitman or am I Don Draper? Mounts and Betty's all around me, everyone's a stranger. I'm always scared of showing people who I really am. I'll never give them man a chance to think that they can tear me down. Now I'm isolated, trapped myself in this prison that only I created. I'm always smiling though, appreciate my chances taken. Now I'm throwing out this perfect picture I've been painting. Lately I've been feeling like a kernel in the ocean. So small this world, there ain't nothing to see hope in. I don't wanna be a problem, so my issues unspoken. If I knew your problems, man, I'm sure that I'd be broken. But I swear to God I'm miserable, I don't even know why. In my head it's like a massacre, I call it my lie. Put myself to sleep so I can make the time fly by. Anxiety taking over me, I'm wondering who the hell am I? Do I really look at peace? Well, I'm flipping, screaming inside. Mask on my face like Jim Carrey, what my life's like in hindsight. I'm finding out my minutes hit a finite. Nothing worse than wasting all that talent in my bloodline. See, this a Bronx tale, where the working man's the tough guy. It's doing what you're hating for the people you love. That responsibility is running deep in my blood. You see, this shit isn't a game, I'm really stuck in the mud. It's a tale of two cities in my mind and my reality. Tale of two cities, got a duty to my family. I ain't doing what I wanna do, I'm doing what I had to be. Billy Costigan, tried to part from this duality. The pain is generational, the pressure is hereditary. Call me Chel's son and I can't let you get too close to me. I got people back home that brag about me literally. I'm the one they're looking for to bring them out their misery. 2009, see, I drew my mama painting for her sons at the Queensway arcade. She was waiting, she was crying so hard because her family was breaking. I had no clue about all that struggle she was facing. When she came on my shore, she was weeping to herself. That feeling, I still feel it, I was crying by myself in my room on my piano while I sat and drew this picture. Tears falling down on this paper, I'm about to give up. I don't work hard. You've never seen somebody work hard. My mum was my age with a minus in her bank card with 2 kids, 18-hour days in a corner store, working in a flipping language she never spoke before. That image stays with me in everything that I'm doing. Adversity's a part of me, whatever I'm pursuing. Our backs against the wall, so I'm swinging till the death of me. That's that mentality where you come from, where we come from. Growing up in Grove West 10, man, I'm a lad broke. Place where your neighbour's living large or he's flat broke is such a weird difference. Same place that's stinking up at maggots in your building cause your neighbour can't handle all that stress and his pain and he's tired of existing. Same block of flats cost that other man millions. Richest the boroughs with the poorest the civilians. To save lives, mothers here were throwing their children out of windows. I feel sick, bro. Oh, that's that famous blue door from Notting Hill, though. Their mind's apocalypto. I'm just observing, like Samuel Pepys. Fuck that cheddar on the surface. I'm telling you, it's worthless. This shit is concerning. Life's worth a lot more than just paper that you're yearning. It's always that person in the mirror that we're versing. My mind is so diseased, I need a scalpel and a surgeon. When you're from here, you feel so close, but yet I'm further though. Such an oxymoron, like I'm vibing with a virgin hope. Potential here's limitless, something that I didn't know. Scared of hitting heights, bro, I'm going down with vertigo. I still know that I belong, I want my boss to fire me. Having conversations with them people that inspired me. Skepta, Michael Caine, Stormzy or Edgar Wright. I was clearing food from their tables, I was working nights. Then the next day, in that place I felt a change in me. I was scrubbing toilets, I was still in university. When a guy walked in, saw me and said some words to me. He was dead serious, wanted me to hear him urgently. He gave me £20, I still carry with me purposely. Said that today was the greatest day of his life, cause he could finally afford to have dinner up in Mayfair. Cause after 30 years he had made it in life. So I wanna be, so I gotta be a tale of two cities in my blood and my phylogeny. I gotta be the greatest, there's no fucking stopping me. Global domination for my family and my progeny. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. To die, to sleep perchance the dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we've shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes when he himself might as quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returned, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus, the native hue of resolution is sicklied over with a pale cast of thought. an enterprise of great pitch and moment with this regard. Their currents turn awry and lose the name of action.
Wow. That, of course, is the song where you go into a Shakespearean soliloquy in the middle of it. It blew our minds at Exhibition Road. It's just blown our minds in this room. How come you know that soliloquy? I know it's a famous one, but where's that come from in your life?
Well, apart from rapping, I'm also an actor, and so when I was like learning when I wanted to like properly get into it, I saw all my favorite actors like Richard Harris, Peter O'Toole, like the good like 60s English actors. In their interviews, they'd all just like rattle off Shakespeare monologues, and they just sounded very clever. And like in the comment section, they'd always be like, "Oh, they're so clever. They can just." I was like, "I'm gonna get a Shakespeare book and just like memorize monologues." And that was the first one that I memorized. And in the song, I talk about working in a restaurant, and when I was in the restaurant, that's where I was memorizing the things. And some of the guys saw me do it, and they were like, "Can you like say one of them to us?" So I said it to them, and yeah, it's just like a nice like thing to add on that song.
Yeah, I mean it's a hell of a party piece.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Zoe, Beckham, I mean, obviously had loads of talent before he came to you, but he's such a fantastic advert.
Incredible.
For Kids on the Green and what you do up there in Latimer Road.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, Beckham's...
He's not the only one either.
Beckham's extraordinary, and I have no doubt that one day he'll be a big star. We're really lucky at Kids on the Green to be working with so many wonderful, talented kids. And we've got a really mixed demographic of kids at Kids on the Green. There's all kinds of kids from different backgrounds, coming from different experiences in life. And it's a big melting pot of just lots of kids from all walks of life. And some of those kids come to us because they've heard through the grapevine that we have these amazing facilities and that, the mentoring's really strong. And so they come for that kind of sort of intense, creative mentorship. And Beckham, I would say, falls under that category. So we feel incredibly lucky to be working with him.
I mean, the Grenfell Tower has obviously been in the news this week, and as a lot of people know, Portobello Radio recorded the Grenfell Tower Memorial Commission audio report, and we recorded it at Kids on the Green with another one of your graduates, Cam, who came through the ranks and is now an engineer in the same way that Tiernan, who we've taught, is now the engineer at the Tabernacle. And
I'm glad that you mentioned that, Piers, because it kind of leads me on to another extraordinary fact that we only discovered compiling impact reports and things like that. But we've got a new department at Kids on the Green. Some people are aware of it, which is KTG TV, which is really being powered and driven by one of our new directors, Nick Pinn, who runs Stomping Pictures, which is a production company. So it's really his brainchild to grow an in-house TV production company for the young people to eventually sort of be in charge of. And we've been getting quite a lot of footage of the stuff that happens at Kids on the Green, covering the shows and things like that. But what's been happening is there's been a sort of work experience placement thing that's been quietly going on, where Nick has taken a handful of, probably I'd say, but it's about 5 of our 18 to 24-year-olds under his wing. And these young men were all previously NEET, by the way, which is not in education, employment or training. And he's worked with them very intensely in sound, lighting, camera work. And these young men have literally now, they're out in the world. They're out in the creative industry earning money.
Yeah.
They're earning probably more than anyone here. And they've earned. Well, I do have a figure which we have yet to publish, but you heard it first. So I think it's over £35,000. Our young people have earned collectively in programs that Kids on the Green has signposted them to, all within our own sort of KTG.
That's fantastic.
That's a bit of an acronym. KTG TV and paid placements that we've enabled them to get. So we're super proud of that, and that's really what we want to build on. That's why we're a CIC, as you know, to commercialise the assets and get the kids to run them, and that's kind of part of our future plan. It's going quite well.
Yep.
20 years time, kids on the green still going to be there, and it's going to be all the young people
All the
that
young
you've helped
people,
develop and
absolutely.
grow, and they're going to just continue on the mission and the
Yeah.
ethos and the vision. So that's amazing.
And Cam, you know, like, as you mentioned, Cam actually wanted to come today.
Uh-huh.
He was meant to come today, but I think he forgot. But Cam works so hard that we'll allow him a day off.
He definitely
like-
grafted hard. He definitely grafted hard. The other Grenfell thing that's happening at the moment, of course, is the Grenfell Projects Fund, and we really urge anyone out there who lives in one of the 7 wards in RBKC that's north of Holland Park Avenue to vote. And not only can you vote for the Portobello Radio Project, but you can vote for the Kids on the Green Project.
Thank you,
tell us a
Piers.
little bit about the project.
Thank you, Piers. We'll be voting for you as well.
No,
so
there's a lot
we've
of back
got
scratching going on. Out there.
You're doing a podcast project, and so are we. Quite different, though, I think.
Well, our podcast is an afterthought. What we're doing really is a community live event. Something we actually piloted with Zakia. The very first time she was on the show was when Maxilla City invited us
Amazing.
to do it's kind of like question time, and the important bit is the interaction
with the public.
Yeah.
At Bay 20, at the Tabernacle, at the Venture Centre, wherever. We'll go anywhere as long as it's in
Sounds
North
good.
Kent.
You've definitely got our vote. So our project, our proposed project, is a podcast project based at Kids on the Green, and it's sort of meant to get all factions and elements of the community together to sort of reminisce, come together, and talk about how Grenfell, you know, has affected each person, each group. It's going to open invitation, you know, if we do get the funding, and then we'll basically start speaking to the community and try and put, you know, a timetable and a program together and get as many groups and individuals as possible to come and build it. And then it's theirs, you know, it's a community podcasting specifically to kind of bring, to unite the community, I would say, you know, after these long years of lots of division.
Yeah,
That's
because
what we'd like to do. Yeah.
You know, there is no doubt that waiting 7 and getting on for 3/4 years for justice, has left some of us feeling a bit tetchy, and we're a bit scratchy, and we haven't all been as nice to each other as perhaps we should have been.
A lot of people have got a lot of things that they need to say. You know, everybody needs to have a voice and a platform. Obviously, I'm particularly interested in hosting a platform for the young people, the young voice. You know, that Grenfell was a long time ago, and the young people that, you know, have come of age now. I know didn't feel like they had a voice
because
back
they
then.
weren't really they weren't really being listened to, because it was the adults kind of carrying the conversation, and they were like not an afterthought, but you know what I mean. So I think it's really important for them, especially that younger kind of age that grew up with everything, how they see everything happening, because it's all good and, you know, hearing people 40, 30 plus or whatever, but the difference is that they have to really live this. This is like all they've kind of know. Do you know what I mean? So it's really important that their voices are heard.
I couldn't agree with you more. So that's really where the backbone of the passion behind this idea lies. And we'll see. There's a lot of great projects. I've had a look, and there's some fantastic projects in this round. Yeah. So, you know.
No, it's and we did actually go and talk to Sarah Addenbrook, who is the councillor who is leading on all of this, and we'll probably play that in a moment. But the tower is coming down. It was kind of leaked on Wednesday, though, how Angela Rayner thought she was going to have a meeting with the community and then wait till Friday to announce it. Who knows?
Interesting.
There's been a lot of chat. Like I said, we did the Memorial Commission report, and that was really painstaking, and they took a long time to tease out what people really wanted in terms of a memorial. Yeah. It does seem, I mean, I'm a big fan of Angela Rayner. It does seem that she's kind of walked in, talked to about 10 people, and decided that we just got to pull it down.
I think it's just such an incredibly difficult and sad and challenging topic for us to discuss, and my heart just goes out to all of the families, and that's all I can say on the matter. I just wouldn't want to comment any more on it. I just think it's an excruciatingly difficult and sensitive subject that
I agree.
just
No, I mean, there's no doubt.
you know, and yeah.
It's hard. It's hard.
It's just so painful, and yeah. There are no words really.
No, I mean, even within our family, we had different views about what should happen with the tower. You know, my daughter was 13 when the fire happened. She lost her more or less only friend. In the fire, and she just wanted it covered up and taken down as soon as possible. Whereas, you know, the elders amongst us, we want justice. We want it to stand there smouldering until someone is hung up on the.
Are still there, and where do you start with this? It's just so
it's too complicated.
So
and
difficult.
That's the thing. There's so many people that have been affected that there's no right or wrong answer. It's about what is a collective best way to move forward. But it's difficult because everyone's going to have different opinions, different viewpoints. You know, some people want it down, some people don't. So it's a reminder for those who have caused this that, you know, you can't forget about us. And it's just really difficult. But yeah, like you said, it's you know, families and bereaved survivors. It's, you know, we're thinking about you in this very difficult time.
And to not have seen the justice that we're looking for before that happens, I think is just an extra hard pill to swallow for families, because, you know, they haven't got what they want yet, like what they need, what we all need to see. And so it's just so difficult, isn't it?
And also for the future. I mean, and one of the things about the justice is obviously the justice for the people who've been lost and the people who lost them. But the other thing is that unless someone goes to jail for this, it's going to happen again.
Well, it's
you know,
the cladding is, as we know, still on hundreds and hundreds of buildings around the UK as we speak.
And they've had fires, you know, other fires in the last 10 years, or 7.5 years, isn't it?
Yep.
Zoe, thank you so
much
for
having
coming
us.
and
always
talking
good
to
to be here.
Beckham, thank you for your work. Thank you for coming and talking to us. And thank you for your amazing work at the Exhibition Road Festival. I don't think I got a chance to say thank you at the time.
No, thank you so much for saying all these kind things.
No, it's
good
just
luck
the truth,
to you
man.
in your future.
So how do people get in touch? I mean, if I'm, you know, a parent listening to this and think my kids might benefit from Kids on the Green, if I'm a young person listening, what do I do?
Yeah, we'd love to hear from families and young people themselves. You can drop me an email. We're either at zoe@kidsonthegreen.com or our general info at Kids on the Green. We've got some brilliant new projects and courses starting soon. Also, just wanted to mention that our therapy clinic, which is going really well at the moment, runs twice a month, and the next one is the 10th, February the 10th. So that's free or donation based for all the community from 10 in the morning all the way through to 8 o'clock in the evening. And we're specifically treating on the 10th young people from between 6 and 8. So when I say young people, I mean our young people at Kids on the Green, and also any other young people in the community that want to come down. And that would be Reiki, craniosacral, kinesiology, sometimes homeopathy as well. And that's for everyone, you know, young and old, from birth to death, actually.
Cradle to the grave.
Yeah, loads of events coming up over the summer, but they're a bit of a secret at the moment.
But people can surely follow you on your social media if they want to.
They can.
Be the first to hear
such
all
a
this
social
stuff.
media dinosaur, but our Kids on the Green page, Facebook is easy. It's just Kids on the Green, and then Instagram. Come on, you're young and young and cool. What is it?
I think it's KOTG.
I think it's KOTG.
It's KOTG, and then you can kind of
hyphen.
it's like a hyphen at the front.
LDN, I think. Yeah.
Let me find it for you.
God, I'm gonna get murdered for that.
Yeah. Andrew's on the phone.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, do
you
get in
guys.
touch. We'd love to meet you. And anybody that wants to come down for a tour, we've got a brilliant new media room now, which is sort of a podcast room, radio station, music studio all combined. And we do a radio show. We do quite a few radio shows now with local DJs. And anyway,
And you
tune
do-
in.
you do-
KOTG Radio.
You
We're not
don't-
in competition with Portobello.
Last time I was there, you started some kind of chat shows. We'd have 4 or 5 young people come in and chat over a subject.
Yeah, we're really trying to grow all of that now. The podcasts, the radio shows, the guest DJ radio shows as well. There's a lot going on, Piers, and we're an open door. If anyone wants to come down and just say hi, meet the staff, have a look at the facilities, let us know. Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, and there's a gorgeous snake sitting there.
We've
in
actually got
reception.
3 snakes. Yeah, yeah.
Also, if I could just say like a couple words about Kids on the Green, like when I started doing like this creative stuff, no one really was there. Like parents didn't really support, friends not really, but Kids on the Green just having a space to come and nurture you and mentor you if you need it. They'll give you all the training that you sort of need. Yeah, like without Kids on the Green, I don't think I'd be even like on any level. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without Kids on the Green. That's not even, it's not an exaggeration in any point. So without them, I wouldn't have even started, really.
Wow,
Oh
that is a 5-star review.
Beckham.
Thank you, Beckham.
Beckham, we are very lucky to have you at Kids on the Green. So trust me, the feeling is mutual. Yeah. Thank you so much for having us today, everybody.
Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
What can we play apart from Could You Be Loved by Damian Marley, Stephen Marley and Ziggy Marley?
Receive the message I'm sending. Do you hear about the Guinness I'm blending? Do you hear about all the time we're spending to make sure there's no wrong corner bending? Well, things are looking splendid. All of my Guinness and my peanuts blended. And you have received the messages I've sended. Yes, Rastafari name defended. Well, it's no go, inky dinky. Oh, so much young gal come to link me. Take the ragamuffin for your pound of squinky. Even one good spot for the sweet like Twinkie. Well, buildings need expanding to meet the supply where the fans demanding. A junior gang microphone commanding, and there'll be no clearance for landing. Well, you Miss Tina Tiny, will you please undo the bikini kindly? Well, she must come from a wine refinery and get this with the big old man. Oh, it's Junior, easy skanking. Will make me feel like a real top ranking. Maybe all a new ballet boot we're spanking. Well, you better watch how you ride the banking. Well,
Yeah, that is Could You Be Loved by the boys, Damien, Stephen and Ziggy Marley. We are delighted to welcome back to the Muse Chandler from the Gate Picture House. Hi, Chandler.
Hello, thanks for having me again.
Hello, we love having you. We love our association with the Gate Cinema. And you know, as people would know, we've in the past we've given away tickets to various things, and we were able to report on your refurb, which looks absolutely gorgeous. What's going on at the Gate Cinema at the moment? I still call it the Gate because I'm from back in the day, but it is now the Gate Picture House.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's the Gate, it's the Notting Hill Gate. At the moment, it's the film that everybody's been talking about with The Brutalist coming in with a 3.5 hour long runtime.
Wow, that's a longie, man.
No,
That's
everyone
a real
thinks it's
longie.
brilliant. No one's complained about their bum hurting or any of that.
I think the intermission helps.
Oh.
I think having an intermission is a
being
good
able to
call.
run back to the bar for a quick top up.
Yeah,
you know that. That's
it
one
works
of the
for
things
everybody.
that I love at that cinema. I
Yeah,
must
it must
confess.
work for you. I mean, how do you do do you have an ice cream lady, an usherette, who's got one of those little trays?
I mean, classic, but no. We because the intermission is built into the film itself. There's like a 15-minute countdown, so it just plays through, and people come out. And because we're a really small cinema, it's not difficult to just quickly come out and grab something to drink and head back in.
Right, brilliant. It's award season coming up, which is one of the big things in the cinema world. Does the Gate celebrate the Oscars, the BAFTAs, and there's a whole lot of other ones, aren't there? Like Santa Barbara and the other little pointers as to who's going to win.
At the moment, I think the big one that everybody's looking forward to is the BAFTAs because they're in like a week, I think.
Right, Sunday night sometime, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I love to watch an award show, and we've got a little competition going on among the staff where we're all guessing on who will win what. I'm really hoping Timothée Chalamet wins Best Actor, but he probably won't. I think that's going to go to
the
Adrian
complete
Brody.
unknown, the Dylan film. Yeah.
Did you see it?
Haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward.
Dylan fan, so she's really looking forward to that one as well.
Yeah,
it's really good. I went in not sure, and then I came out and I absolutely converted. Loved it.
Love that review. Simple, quick and easy.
So tell the people at home who may not be still up with cinema, because it's much more difficult to keep up with what's on in the movies than it was in the old days, where there was kind of one big blockbuster every week and then maybe a couple of indie ones to follow it up. What are the big films coming out? I mean, people may have heard the Emilio Perez shenanigans that are going on.
We've already had that, unfortunately. So I don't think we're going to have it back in our screen before the awards, which is a shame. Sorry, but at the moment we're screening sort of the big films in everybody's mind. As I said, The Brutalist, Complete Unknown, and then there's a new London-based comedy called Hard Truths coming out that we're showing from today, actually.
Okay, nice.
And
that's up for a BAFTA, even though it's only coming out today.
Well, I believe, I think it is, isn't it? It is up for one. But it's been screened at like festivals and such, which is when the BAFTA voters would have seen it. And then I think the big film that everybody's quite excited for is Bridget Jones' Diary, Mad About a Boy, that's coming out.
Which is Bridget Jones 4, if I'm not much mistaken.
I think so. As I said before, Bridget Jones was something that I missed growing up culturally. I think I need to educate myself.
No. You were fine on the mist.
Yeah.
Greg, you don't like Bridget Jones?
Mate, are you having a laugh?
He doesn't like anything nice. You did, in fact, celebrate Bridget Jones 4, even though it's not out for a couple of weeks, because they had a big pink premiere, didn't they, in Leicester Square? And am I right in thinking that you lit the gate up pink to celebrate that?
No, we didn't do that. I think a bunch of other cinemas have done, but I think we're going to be doing more sort of in-house decorations, because it comes out on the 13th, I believe.
Of Feb?
Of February, yeah.
Oh, wow, next week.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. I think I never knew how big a deal Bridget Jones was to people until this moment, and now everybody is very excited. We're also doing a dog-friendly screening of it.
Of course you are. How are they going? The dog-friendly screenings?
They're good. I think people really enjoy them. It's a lovely little excuse to
there's
bring
a
your
lot of
dogs
people
out.
with dogs in Notting Hill Gate, so they must love it around there.
They absolutely love it. And can you buy doggy treats at the at the counter at the bar?
We have
doggy popcorn.
We
or
have dog ice cream.
You are
Which
joking
is
me.
Genuinely, it's incredibly popular, and
Amazing.
evidently the dogs love it.
That's silly.
Right.
That's just silly.
Does that come on a stick? How do they hold it?
No, it's a little tub for them.
What flavour is it?
I think it's just vanilla. But yeah, genuinely people love it, and like the dogs love it, and it's such a lovely screening to work as well because you get to meet all these dogs.
Right. Okay.
But we've got that coming up as well, so that's our main big event that's happening in the next.
And
few
which
weeks.
days do you do the dog screenings? Is that a Sunday morning thing?
It's
or?
not a set in stone thing. I think we do it every 2 or 3 months currently. We may look into doing it more often if they keep being very popular, but it varies. But we've published it on our website. You can get tickets, and we've got little posters up for it. So
And
hopefully a lot of people turn up because it makes my day better to see all those dogs.
And you don't play Lassie and Beethoven and stuff like that, do you? You don't play doggy movies?
No, but that would be a really good idea, wouldn't it?
Beethoven 2.
Homeward Bound. Oh, that'd be great.
You, me, and Marley, whatever it is. Me, you, and Marley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's heartbreaking.
No. Silly. It's
I don't know any
all
dog films.
silly.
I just say dog films, innit?
Clearly, there's a divide in this show of the pro dog and anti.
No, not at all. No. I'm not
would-
anti-dog, but you know, there's a level here. There is a level here. How long can a dog owner take watching? I don't know, Lassie, or you know.
I don't think. Yeah, I think you might find that very few dogs have actually seen Lassie.
You're probably right. Most of them died long ago. The ones that would have known Lassie personally.
Everyone loves the gate. I mean, we've not only have we talked to you, we've had Jordan Stone, whose family started the gate, who's made the Dick Gregory film, has been on this show a number of times.
Mm-hmm.
How do people support the gate? I mean, come to the movies, is obviously. How do you follow what's on? Do you have Instagram?
Yeah, we're most active on our Instagram, where we update regularly. I always try to take nice pictures of our big classic reader-graph up at the top, to which we change almost twice a week to keep updated with what we're showing. Also, every week we put out a little leaflet booklet of the films that we're showing in the week and what the films are about, any special events we have, and that's something that me and some of the other managers make ourselves every week, that you can come and pick up from the cinema. And yeah, just through the website and coming in and saying hello.
It sounds like you staff members really love each other. It sounds like a real vibe.
Well, yeah, it's a small cinema and a small team, so I think we all get to know each other and we all become a little family. As cliche as that sounds.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely brilliant. Chandler, I hope you're going to come in on a regular basis.
Yeah, I'd love
but
to.
We have a lot of people. There's a cost of living crisis. Have you got a tip, a betting tip for one of the Oscars?
A betting tip for one of the Oscars.
Who's definitely going to win something?
I think The Brutalist is probably a safe bet for most.
For best film.
Yeah, and like for most of the awards.
Right.
It's like, if you haven't seen it yet, it's absolutely phenomenal and a real return to form for like that kind of grand classic cinema.
Yeah. And Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody's phenomenal in it. As I said, I would love for Timothy Chalamet. Ooh. Sorry. As much as I'd love for Best Actor to go to Timothy Chalamet, I am certain that Brody will get it.
Yeah. There you go. Tips from the horse's mouth. The man who's... How many times have you seen that work at the cinema?
Oh, so many times. So many times.
Is that good, seeing it hundreds of times?
If it's a good film, yeah, absolutely. It's great to see a film as often as you can.
Yeah.
100%, because you always miss something. There's always things that you pick up after you've watched it so many times.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
once you've watched it a few times, you know the dialogue and you know what the people are going to be, but you pick up little things and subtle things. It's amazing.
Yeah, you think about it after the fact. You go, actually, I think
Yeah.
in that scene when that guy said that thing, that might actually have been a bit deeper than I thought. And then you watch it again and you're like, oh, yeah.
Such film buffs,
But, yeah. Also, let's just take over the show, make it about us talking film.
Well, maybe we should talk about a film show. But Chandler, thanks for coming by.
Thanks
say
for
hi
having
to
me.
Kenny when you next see him.
Will do.
We love The Brutalist. to come second to
Yeah.
complete unknown
If
in
anybody,
all categories.
if anybody loses based off what I said, I take no responsibility.
Thanks for coming in. The
Cheers.
Gate
Thank you.
Picture
Bye.
House is down there on Notting Hill Gate. All right, we've got the Artful Girlie in a minute, but we've got another Marley song. We're trying not to play the really obvious ones. It's quite obvious, Soul Rebel.
Said I'm a living man. I've got work to do. If you're not happy, you must be blue. I'm a rebel. So rebel. I'm a captor, soul adventurer. Do you hear me?
Well, and now you have brought in your curator.
That's correct.
And you curating a show at the Tab. Will you introduce people of this? Thank you. Hey Gary. Well,
hello. Welcome to
Harry
meet
is
you
a
all.
sculptor from East London. I'll let him tell you who he is.
I would say I'm a local artist, but I'm not local to this area, but my spirit is. I'm a contemporary sculptor. I work with met any.
Railway sleepers.
Oh, that sounds.
What do your sculptures call them?
I would say I that nothing should be thrown away.
Yeah. We're at the Tabernacle. You know, it's intimidating.
idea as well. So it's a I would say it's a breeding ground.
So, people, if you're listening live on Friday night, or if you're listening open. Yeah.
Come on!
That's what I was trying to
Oh, it
remember.
sounds like it's going to be a good Friday night. You don't want to miss out, you know what I mean?
In there, come and
Shake a
very
leg.
carefully
Come
in the
by.
gallery. Very carefully in the gallery.
Very careful.
It's going to go on.
From 10, and then we wrap up something with a vision in ivory, I would say off-white, poked her head around the corner and said, "That looks great. Is that your work?" And I said, "No, it's not. This is my artist, Gary March. He's a sculptor." She said, "Wow, it's incredible." And she came in and I was like, "I know you." "Oh, well, I did a bit of music." I went, "Shut the front door."
Whoa, who was this?
It was Jerry Halliwell.
From Spice Girls?
Yes.
The one and only.
Ah!
I know.
What?
I know.
Really?
Indeed.
Raw.
But she's rather strawberry than ginger
Okay,
these days. So she
fair enough.
threw me. Actress. I was thinking actress. What was she? So wrong. And she was utterly charming. Completely and utterly charming. She charmed the pants off my daughter.
Yeah,
and
there's a
she
great
stuck her
picture
head
on
in my
your
video,
Instagram.
and she was really, really, really complimentary about all of Gary's work. She got it.
She
Totally
got
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fantastic picture on your Instagram of Jerry with your daughter. So you better tell people how to get hold of you on your Instagram.
Oh, I am at Artful Girly, and I'll spell that for you: ARTFULGRRLY. Yay!
Why
I
don't you
can
do that
spell.
again?
No. No, seriously. It's Artful Girly, ARTGRRLY. I've had a horrible cold this week, but I'm going to knock it on the head with 2 rums tonight, for sure. Yeah.
And the rum is on special offer, if I'm not much mistaken, at Swing and Dine.
All
Gary,
right.
what is your handle on social media?
Well, my handle on social media is Gary March on Instagram. You can find me there. You can see all of my works. A lot of my work's there, and you can get a sense of who I am and what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant. Thank you so much for coming
Thanks
in.
for having
I know
us.
you've got to run on down there to welcome. Are you having your finissage tonight? Is that?
Wow, that's a good one.
It's
He
a
threw
fancy
me
way-
there. He threw me there. That's
it's
what
a
I
fancy
don't
way
know.
of saying party at the end.
Okay, fair
We
enough.
are.
I'm
We are
loving that.
indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
We're doing all of that and more.
So come
To
down.
the sounds of Saxon.
You better.
I want to see your sculpture
Oh,
and
you
what
have
you
to.
make, and you know what I'm
Oh, you
saying.
have
So
to,
yeah,
for sure.
If you don't see my face,
And we
come
do
back next
have
week and-
something to suit all budgets, but I will say that a lot of the sculptures would look magnificent in a garden setting.
Right.
Just let them weather, let them moss,
Yeah.
let them,
Yeah.
you know, take in the elements, let the rain do its thing. I've seen sculptures down the line, and they just get better and better.
Beautiful.
What I can say quickly, they are made for interiors and exteriors. They can go anywhere.
True that.
I mean, come down and have a look. Some of the stones themselves come out of the Thames.
Wow.
Some carbon pieces.
Oh yes, you're
are stoned from
mudlarking.
the
We didn't
Thames.
even get to talk about your mudlarking.
You'll be very interested if you come down. I'll speak to you all. I'll make sure I'll spend time to whoever wants
Yeah.
to know. I will tell them about
But
it.
I
safe
love-
to say, Gary's only with me this evening. He's not with me tomorrow.
All right, so get on down
Yeah.
tonight, and if you're listening on the rewind, sorry you missed it. But
Yeah.
you can, if you're listening on Saturday, you can still get down there.
Exactly. All right. Bless you. Thank you,
No,
Piers.
bless.
Thank you both for
so
coming.
much. Thank you.
so much.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Shall I
Zakia.
run the rhythm? All right, so I'm gonna play the last Bob Marley track of the night, and it's from I think my favorite performance of his that I have on DVD. So it's him at the Rainbow Theatre. You get 2 tracks for the price of 1, guys. Is it running?
Them crazy, them crazy. We're gonna chase those crazy ballets out of town. Chase those crazy ballets out of town. Yeah. I and I build a cabin. I and I plant a corn. Didn't my people before me slave for this country? Now you look me with a scorn, then you heat up all my corn. We're gonna chase those crazy, chase those crazy, chase those crazy bullets, chase those crazy bumpers. Chase those crazy bullets right out of town. Steed up, steed up, steed, steed it up, stop, stop, body, that's it. A diddly, 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 stop, let up, stop, stop, build your penitentiaries. We build your schools. Brainwash education. You're trying to make us the fools. Well, hatred's your reward for our love. Telling us of your God above. We're gonna chase those crazy. Chase those crazy. Chase those crazy bullets. Chase those crazy bumpers. Chase those crazy bullets. We're right out of town. chase those crazy. Chase those crazy. Chase those crazy ballers. Chase those crazy bumpers. Chase those crazy ballers right out of town. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running, but you can't run away from your. Run away from yourself. Run away from yourself. Hey, run away from yourself. Hey, run away from yourself. Hey, run away from yourself. You must be running away. You must be running away. Oh, you're running away. Well, woman, tell me, running away. I want you to tell me why. Running away. Tell me why you're running away, child. Running away. Rather than run from reality. Running away. Said you can't run from reality. Running away. Got to face reality now. Running away. Got to face reality. Running away. Can't run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Tell me why, tell me why. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running, but you can't run away from yourself. Run away from yourself. Oh, Lord. Can't run away from yourself. Yeah, run away. Can't run away from yourself. Yeah, run away. Can't run away from yourself. Can't run away. Can't run away from yourself. You can't run away. You must have done something wrong. You must have done something wrong. I wanna know why you can't find a place where you belong. You're running away. 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 You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Throw away the false pride. Throw away the false pride now. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Face reality. Face reality. Face reality now. Face reality. Yeah. Build your penitentiaries. We build your schools. Your brainwash education. You want to make us the fools. Well, hate reached their reward for our love. Telling us of the God above. We're gonna chase those crazy. Chase those crazy. Chase those crazy ball head. Chase those crazy bumpy.
That, of course, Zakia, is Bob Marley live at the Rainbow in 77.
77. It's one of my favourite performances of him, and then the other one is the Santa Barbara 1979. I think they just. I wish there was more DVDs of his performances, but I just think he's one of the best artists we've ever had live. It's a shame that I've never been able to see him but you know what? I saw Damian Marley and he smashed it, so big up him.
Yeah.
Every time.
And a word from you, Grace, there.
Hey?
A word from you about Marley and Damien and the kids. And
I mean, legendary.
Yeah.
That's all you just got to say, really.
yeah. No, the man's a legend. We mentioned while we were talking to Zoe about the Grenfell Projects Fund. There's been loads of Grenfell news. We talked a little bit about the tower being pulled down and whether that was a good idea. Last week we did alert you to the Grenfell Support Fund, which means anyone who's living within 500 metres of the tower or was living within 500 metres of the tower on the night of the fire is entitled to a certain amount of support, including a £350 well-being grant, free membership of the leisure centre, and there is a kind of advocacy system, and in fact I think if you are in education there is a kind of grant system to support you in education, so it's really worth chasing that up. That is the Grenfell Support Network, and if you get your claim in by March the 2nd, it will be paid by March the 21st, otherwise it won't be paid till May. But you know, it's not enough to bring everyone back, but it's a good start. Anyway, the Grenfell Projects Fund, which we urge you to vote for Portobello Radio. We talked this week to Councillor Sarah Addenbrook about the fund and how to get it and what the issues are. The show.
Thank you, Piers. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pat, could you tell us a tiny bit about the Grenfell Projects Fund, you know, how it started and what the aims and objectives are?
So the Grenfell Projects Fund was part of the Grenfell Recovery, and it was about really giving residents the opportunity to access support, the support that they wanted and needed at that time. So it's been, I think we've got one more round after this, but I think from the projects that have been funded in the past, it's very different to how we commission services. So it's very much about the residents voting for and accessing services that they want.
What kind of projects have been financed in the past?
So there's been a lot about health and well-being, whether it's sort of yoga or art or mindfulness. I mean, there's been quite a big range of projects in the past.
Where can people find the list of projects?
So the short list of projects are available on the Citizen Space, which is our consultation and engagement hub, and residents can also vote there as well. So all they need to do is put their name, address and email address in, and then they will see all the information on the projects, and then they can make a decision on what they see there. There's also accessible booklets which list all the shortlisted projects, and these can be found on the council's website, and all you need to do is search Grenfell Projects Fund. And also there are printed copies in council buildings, libraries in particular, and voting stations. So that it's fairly widely available, I would say.
Yeah, there are, as well as the online vote, of course, there are a number of days that you're allowed to go and vote in person.
That's correct.
Yeah, we'll talk about those in the rest of the show. How do people find out more about the projects? Because each project has written about 100 words, 150 words.
Yes, so
people find out about the organisations that are involved or whether the project is likely to work.
So if anybody needs any additional information, they can email the Grenfell community team and they can clarify some issues for you if you've got any. But each project that's been shortlisted, the organisations are given the opportunity to provide a summary of their project, and this appears on the voting platform and is also on the printed booklet. So it's all there. It's just whether you access it online or whether you pick up the booklet in person.
This is the fourth round, I think, of
Yes.
of the fund. How many people have engaged with the voting in previous rounds? I mean, I don't know how many people live in the 7 wards in the north, but it must be about 20,000 people. How many people have voted? Do we know?
No, we don't. So we don't have those figures because the way that residents have voted in the past has changed, and they've used various different voting platforms. So that is a gap, and it's disappointing we don't have that information, because I think it would be really helpful to see, whether we're getting more people voting than we did at the beginning. But unfortunately, we don't have that information.
Certainly, if you're involved in any of the social media in the local neighbourhood, there does seem to be a lot of it. People are definitely encouraging engagement at the moment.
Oh, that's good to hear.
The public vote is looking at a number of projects which have got through a preliminary process, which involved, first of all, the officers checking that they, were feasible, and then also a residents panel. We've had a lot of people asking about the residents panel.
So you're right. There were 83 applications this year for this latest round, and the total amount of funds requested was over 2.8 million. 55 of these applications went through to the shortlist, and then these were assessed by members of the residents panel and an officer, or at least one officer, and they looked at each of the applications and then scored them. And then once the scoring had been done, there was a deliberation session to finalise the final shortlist. But these are people that put themselves forward to help with designing the whole process. It's a group of residents from North Kensington, and they actually volunteered to work with the council to design this latest round. And they worked on the criteria for the shortlisted projects. And they also reviewed all the publicity material and how information is displayed on the voting platform. So they're very involved in the whole process.
Can people join that panel for future rounds of this?
I don't see why not. I'm sure we went out originally and asked people to sign up. And, obviously you get quite a lot of interest, and then people realise there's quite a lot of work involved, so some fall away. But I'm sure for the next round we could certainly open up the panel again.
That's great. So, Sarah, tell us, the voting's open for another 10 days, I think. It's open until the Sunday the 16th. What happens when the vote closes? People have put their addresses down, stating they live in North Kensington. Are we worried a tiny bit about voter fraud?
Well, it's always a concern, but I would hope that that this wouldn't happen. I mean, the vote is open to all residents living in the 7 North Kensington wards, north of Holland Park Avenue, Notting Hill Gate. But it's also open to residents who have been rehoused elsewhere. So when they go on to vote, they need to put in their previous North Kensington address. I think because we've got in-person and online, officers are doing everything they can to make sure that there's no fraudulent voting.
Great. Well, let's hope there isn't. I know you're going to check everyone's emails after the vote. Thank you so much, Sarah, for talking to us.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
That's it. Yeah, and thank you to the press office at the council who organised that interview. We just found this new way of doing it on the phone. So
I noticed, a bit clippy, but brilliant.
It's a bit clippy, isn't it? But we'll work on that.
Yeah, we'll work on that one. Brilliant. Brilliant. We'll soon be at the level that the BBC are at.
Oh, yeah.
You know that.
And don't forget to vote in the Grenfell Projects Fund. Anyone who lives in the 7 wards north of Holland Park Avenue, vote for whoever you wish to. There's some great organisations. Kids on the Green. There's one called Portobello Radio.
Oh yeah, who the fuck are they?
I hear they've got a great idea for this show, which we've already done once. So we know it's going to work. A show that takes this show out into the community.
Again.
Talking to
I love
guests in
that.
front of a live audience
I
who
love
can
it.
interact.
Yeah, man, we're going to buy a radio mic for it.
Yeah, you'll still be able to get in touch with us on the WhatsApp 07822 002 955.
955.
Talking of keeping in touch with us, we've got a fantastic weekend lined up.
Shit,
This
we've
show
got to do that thing as well,
is
haven't we?
on at midday tomorrow.
Yay.
This show's on at midday tomorrow. At 2 p.m. we have our fab lineup of DJs. And it's 2 p.m. is
Alternative dance, Nespa.
That's
yeah,
right.
we're going to
Mick
kick off.
Robinson's away, so there's
Oh,
been
yeah.
a slight change to the
There
schedule.
has.
Start off with Jason Boone, the
Jason
man who
Boone.
sells flowers at Queen's Park
Queen's Park.
Station.
Yeah, man.
Amazing house music on vinyl from all around the world.
Lovely. Following that is Charlie Forbes' Medicine Show. It's all blues infused, whatnot.
Our
We
longest
love
running
it.
show. It's going to be episode 110.
Yeah.
It is everything blues infused.
Yeah.
Charlie Forbes, he was the posh pot dealer in Lock,
Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. He was brilliant.
Oh,
Do you remember the bit when they're in the top of the warehouse and they're caught in the doorway?
Yeah.
And you've got villains on one side and police on the other or something, and they're getting shot at in the doorway. That was Charlie. It was chuffing hilarious. It was the best bit of the movie. But so when I met the geezer, it's like, yeah, mate.
He also in one of the pantos he played he played Captain Hook as
Yeah.
Nigel Farage, which was in the UKIP colours.
I love it. I love
Outrageous.
it. Brilliant.
Crazy,
Anyway,
isn't
he's
it?
great. Absolutely great. He's on. We're gonna. We're so overrunning on this one. I'm really sorry.
4
man.
o'clock we got Happy Hour. It's an amazing show.
It is Pandiva.
It is Pandiva, and she is working with this amazing artist, this amazing soca artist.
Yeah. Oh no. Good. And we've got an exclusive interview, and we're going to be playing 1 or 2 tunes as well associated with the artist. So it's going to be absolutely good fun, really good fun.
Yeah.
Piers is searching through his WhatsApps to see if he can get the name of the lovely young lady that joined us.
Edie Ashley's coming at 5 o'clock with a new show which she did with Enzo. Enzo's DJ name is
I don't know, but you heard him last weekend.
Pantaray,
Pantaray,
yeah, and he
that's the
plays
one.
this
That is the
quite
one.
avant-garde kind of percussive grooves.
Yeah, cool. Moving
6
on.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm hoping that DJ Gaia is going to send us
Oh, that'd be a
a
laugh.
set of kind of
Yeah,
Latin house.
nice. Otherwise,
7 o'clock,
maybe,
Jez Harkin.
Cool. Yeah,
On
I think
Sunday
maybe
morning-
Chris Sullivan might be throwing something in to
great.
the mix, but who knows? Let's see what happens there. And
very
indeed, Mecca's recorded one. When on earth are we going to play that?
Oh, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, all right, cool. Keep an eye on the website, because we always publish the lineup on the website, but then also keep an eye on our social medias, of course, and then and our diary. If you
How's our Blue Sky going?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. And lots of people from Japan on there, and gazillions of people from the United States on there. So we're picking up quite a very very few local people, and very few people from London, really.
I don't know if Londoners have moved from Twitter to Blue Sky like that, because every time I'm on Twitter, it's popping off. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's a slow thing, and I think the more people that get on it, but it's probably better to jump on it from the jump.
Yeah.
And then kind of build up your,
Yeah.
people and your
So that-
support network.
Absolutely. So if you're on Blue Sky, then search us up, as they say. Search us up. Anyway,
Sunday morning, Portobello Talk Radio, 9 o'clock. Lillian Pizzacchini's Raised Voices. It's a
Yes.
book show. It's not the sort of stuff. It's about the problems of being a princess, specifically one of Queen Victoria's goddaughters, granddaughters, who ended up in all sorts of shenanigans.
connections with the Russian Empire and
absolutely,
the
the
whole of the
Romans.
Russian family. There was huge amounts of chats about how they were various members of the family were
Anyway,
killed,
that
and what she did, what her involvement was. This princess. So the whole thing's great, absolutely great. She became a nun. So anyway, catch up with that one. That's going to be at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning, and there's a bit
It's
of
a lot of female rage, very genteelly expressed. isn't
beautiful.
it?
It's absolutely beautiful, and couple of wonderful classical music tracks in there as well. So you are going to love that show. Top stuff. Love it. Absolutely love. who interviewed in 2019 the most incredible Richard Dudansky, who we had on this show 2 weeks ago, and helped us unveil the
Maida Hill
stone up at Maida Hill Market. Absolutely. So
he's just written a book called Squat City Rocks that is getting 5-star reviews from anyone who knows which way is up.
Absolutely. There you go. There you go. You heard it here, probably last.
Yeah.
But
anyway, this is the Friday show. Every Friday, 4 to 6.
Yeah.
We are delighted
Wow.
to get to play us
Yeah, man.
out.
Yeah, man.
Welcome. Do you want to say hi? Just see if the mic works and stuff like
is
that.
this
Great.
working?
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
Tell us all about yourself.
Hi, everyone. What an absolute dream to be here at Radio
No, it's
Portobello
great to have you.
Radio.
Thank you for
My
coming.
name's Sarah Juku. Thank you so much for having me.
Sarah, wonderful having
What are
you
you going
aboard.
to play?
I'm going to play some original songs for you.
Cool.
I'll get started. Can you hear the guitar, actually? Good point. Is that cool? Great. Excellent. Yeah. Wonderful. This song is called Infinite Soul. Yeah. Thank you. Never doing what I'm told. Oh yeah, oh, the side.
Yeah, man. But did you like that? That was good. But well done for rolling with it. Thank you. Thank you.
so much.
Yeah. Get out of here. We're Oh, really?
Thank you so much.
Oh.
Don't know where I'm going, 'cause I can't see the road, and I must resist the urge to go back home. But if home is where the heart is, then I wanna know, just why is it so cold? And I'm not a lonely traveler, but I walk alone. And then I met this guy, I met him in the summertime. Yeah, I met him in the summertime. By winter he was gone. See, I was hypnotized by a pretty face and your deep brown eyes. My oh my, you wear a charming disguise. 'Cause you look so sweet and you talk so nice. But now the extent of your lies. And brand new. Oh, wow. Anywhere I go. Thank you for having me. That's Sarah Juku on Instagram.
Thank you. You've been listening to Portobello.